Hey guys, it's Grim here, Grim Gaming UK, and this is the 7th of September, and this is the news. So, what's first up on the agenda? Well, same old, same old. Still, account security is the big one. Yes, they're still out there and they're still at it. Now, it turns out these guys are grabbing usernames and passwords from forums you may have visited, websites you've got accounts on, you know, previous games you've played, anywhere where they can find your data, and they're just hitting Guild Wars 2 with the spam to see what accounts stick. They're just flinging everything they got at it. They're going to see what accounts, what passwords stick, and then use them to farm for materials, use them to spam chat for gold, and as quite you'd expect, I've done it myself. You see somebody doing that, instantly you're going to put a report in, and they're going to get banned. Now, ANET have said that if that happens, and you can send them support email, then what they'll do is they'll look at whereabouts you logged in from, whether that's your standard login area. Yeah, they will try and get your account back up and running. Whether they'll do a rollback and they'll say, look, this is what your character was at this date when we believe it was taken over, and we'll give you all your items back and everything like that, I don't know. But they are at least trying to give you your account back so you can continue playing it on your character rather than losing everything. Especially if you had like the collector's edition and you had like the mini Ritlock pet and all that. The last thing you want to be doing is having to start a new account and potentially not getting all of that. Well, I say that, a lot of people didn't get it anyway. So, such is life. They have said that they've got the authentication email set up and running. So if you get an email from ANET just asking whether you tried to log in from Korea or Thailand or Somalia, have a look at that. Bear in mind that some emails, my Outlook does it, may see that as spam and put it down in your junk box. Just have a quick look, because obviously this is important. If it has happened, if you've got an email, change your password, contact ANET, and just let them know what's going on. But as I say, the big thing is change your password to something you have not used before. And there we go, that's account security. And I think that's going to rumble on for many a month yet. The next one is kind of linked to that, which is their customer support. And I kind of touched on it briefly a second ago. Basically, hacked accounts. If your account's been hacked, they've got on their status page a link you can follow which will help you to resolve any hacked accounts. They're going to try, because this is a priority thing, like obviously I've put in tickets about my influence books disappeared, and other people have got, my mini Ritlock pet's missing, or there's such and such a bug. But because this is such a high priority thing, they're looking to turn this around in 72 hours to get the whole thing rectified, look at the accounts, find out what's gone on, and try and clear that as quickly as possible. So fair play, at least they're trying to do something. At least they realise that it's not always the fault of the individuals whose account it is. They can't help that some fucking douche has come along and taken their account and done what they've done with it. So such is life. Hopefully they can get that cleared up and rectified. But the biggest thing, and I'm not going to go into this because I don't want to turn it into a rant video, the biggest thing is that if people didn't buy gold off these sites, then it wouldn't be an issue. And in Guild Wars 2 it's not. I mean, Jesus, stuff costs hardly anything. The auction house I think has been back up now for, I think we've had it basically continuously for about 24 hours now, maybe 48 hours. Stuff on there's not expensive. You gain cash ridiculously fast. So there's no need to be buying, I don't know, 200 gold from a gold seller. Just if you take that out, it's not an issue. Then they wouldn't be spamming it. But people are going to pay real money for that shit. This is the repercussions of it. So again, the email authenticator, as they've said, and as I said before, just be wary that it may go into your junk box. Something to just look out for. Okay, on to the next thing. What they updated Now, the still ongoing thing of capacity, sort of the buzzword at the moment. Parties and guild have had an issue where they've been glitching out. Sometimes you can't see your party members on the map where you should be able to see them, certainly in beta if they're on the other side of the world. That's bugged out. They've tried to work on that. Also working on, if you're in a party and you travel through a portal, it doesn't split you all up. I know they've got this join facility now where you right click on the player's portrait and it will say join in such and such, but they're trying to make that so that that's a sort of last ditch thing. You can just go through with your party into an overflow if it's needed, and that's it. Now, also on that, just touching on overflow, they've looked at having an option where you can just say, look, I don't want to leave the overflow. I'm happy here. Just leave me here. Leave me be. You might want that for various reasons. You might just like, if you're on a low population server, there might be more people in the overflow, and you enjoy hanging out with them and meeting different people. Or you might be forming a party to do an instance or whatever. So that's all good. The other thing may be, and we've had this in Titans, if you're, say, 3-man party, but potentially there's going to be others joining you, you may not want to go into your server, start playing, and then have to wait for that person to join you, or for you to have to then go, okay, right, he's now in that zone, right click on his portrait, zone to him. Instead, you can just say, look, stay in the overflow, and that person will join you, when they join you, and you don't have to worry about it. So that's a really cool feature. They edited some of the stories. If you were affected by Fury of the Dead, Grizzly Shipment, or In the Ruins, those stories have now had their issues fixed. So you should be able to carry on and go further into your story, which on a personal level, it was a bit slow to begin with, and I was like, oh, okay, let's do this. Let's travel all the way to the other side of the map to talk to a guy, to then be ported all the way back to another side of the map to talk to another guy, and basically spank about 15 gold for nothing for travelling around the map. But now I've got further into it. I think I'm up to 66, I think. In fact, the video you're watching above is the story I did this morning, which is just a little bit, but it's getting really interesting now. I think I'm about to go to Fort Trinity, but I'm not going to... No, shut up, Grim. Don't spoil it. Okay. So, yep, so the stories have been fixed. For those ones, I think they've still got a couple of outstanding ones. They have also changed the down camera. This effect, certainly affected me with the char. When you dropped into down, the camera, you can't see what's going on because it sort of drops with you, and if you've got a char, that fills the whole damn screen up. And I've got a big monitor, and when you've got this entire back of a char filling it, so they've changed that so that the zoom rate's not quite so dramatic, so it'll sit back a bit and you can kind of see what's going on around you. That's last night. Now, what about tonight? Tonight they've got issues with dungeon parties weren't joining properly. Now, we've had this. Generally, we resolved it by whoever is the lowest level, because we were doing Ascalon dungeons and we had a lot of new guys joining us. So it was, okay, if it's your first time, you go through the dungeon and kind of set the precedent, and then we'll follow on. And that was working fine. We'd have one guy that was just doing story mode who didn't have the option of Explorer. They'd go through, and then we'd get the option, do you want to join the story mode? We click yes. Job done. But they're sorting that out properly, so you don't have to try and work little fixes and that sort of thing. So hopefully they're going to fix people going into the dungeons and staying together rather than being split up, being in their own version of each instance. Also, more story modes. A Light in the Darkness, A State of Decay, Explosive Intellect, Rumours of Trouble, The Lost Chieftain's Return, and The Tribe's Effigy are all going to have that delicate A-net touch applied to them, so hopefully they work now. Again, as I said before, in tonight's patch, they will be looking at giving you the option of not having to go back to your home world, of staying in the overflow, so that's going to be applied tonight. So over the weekend, you should get the option that, look, I don't want to join the main world, So that should be good. That's tonight. They were going to add an option to report accounts for spamming, or if you've got inappropriate emails, that sort of thing. But they're not doing that now. That's going to be... they are, but it's on hold. It's going to be later on this weekend, probably. So that's all good. Luckily enough, mail-wise, I haven't had any spam mail. I've had loads of stuff in chat come up, but I've had no spam mail come up yet. I'm going to regret saying that, so I'm going to touch some wood. So, yeah, so that's what's coming up in tonight's patch, but coming soon. Apparently some players have had issues with their monthly achievement. It didn't properly reset at the end of the month. So they're going to sort that out. They're going to reset the achievement rewards, and hopefully you'll get... they're going to reset it and you'll get some nice fat loot. So fingers crossed that works. And also, they're working on a current fix for the PvP tournament rewards. Now, I haven't really touched on PvP yet. My aim is to get to 80 and then I can start branching out and doing more interesting things, but I just wanted to hardcore level up to 80, so hopefully I'll be able to look more into this later on once I've got... I think I'm at 76 now, so end of the day I'll hit 80 and then I'll be able to get into some PvP and World v World, which will be awesome because I've been desperately missing that. Next thing, which is super important to me, and I'm actually really enjoying having it online, is the trading post. I had 2 issues at launch, and that was the parties. That was a huge thing for me, and also the trading post being down. And they've rectified the parties. I haven't had an issue for a little while now. We've had to kind of Heath Robinson it together to make it work, but it has worked. They're now fixing those issues, and trading post looks like it's up. There's been a delay on people putting items up and seeing whether those items are there, or buying items and the items not being there. This is understandable. The wait on the trading post must be horrendous, because I know I've been using it excessively the last couple of days just because it's been a pleasure having it there. On a side note, I love it. The trading post system is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Really simple to use. Just probably the best trading system that I've played. Thoroughly enjoying it, so fair play. Although I bitched and moaned before, whole man's up to say, hey Net, yeah, you did do a good job. Thoroughly enjoying it. Same kind of area, gem purchases. A lot of people have been trying to purchase various items with gems, and they've been buying them, waiting, and nothing's happened. They've got no item appear. Gems have gone, no item. Now, what ANET said is, we know about this. Your item has gone through, but it's just taking time getting to you. So, we've taken your money, we've got it there, it's been ordered, but it's the whole, it could take up to 24 days to get to you thing. It's going to take time, but they know it. Whatever you do, if you've clicked on, I don't know, the chef's hat, and that money's gone from your account, don't keep clicking. Just, if you've clicked it, the money's gone, they know about it. It just hasn't appeared yet. If you want, send in a bug report, but they are aware that it's going on. Just slow down, bear with them. Next thing, reporting exploits. And this is a pretty big one, guys. I know that there's been a couple of various exploits that people have used to level up. The zone's going to escape me now. But I was doing some questing, and a guy put in region chat, oh my god, I'm going to be... I think this is when I was like right back at level 20. Oh my god, this... I found this boss, and it's glitching out, and this is amazing. I'm going to be level 60, by tonight. And he may well have been, but his account's been banned. And they've done it to a lot of people. I think last time I looked, it was something along the lines of 3,500 people had been banned, permanent bans for glitching, and they handed out another X number of 100, temporary bans just for doing these glitches, not reporting them and exploiting them. if that's what you want to do, you know, fair play to you. If you just want to sit in one cave killing one boss until you're level 80, that's fine. You won't see the experiences I've had running around playing this game have been some of the best I've had in any MMO. I've just got to, I'm going to forget the name, and somebody will put it in comments, and I thank you for that if you do. I think it's Frost Gorge. I don't want to spoil it too much, but the town, there's two of them. I'll call it a town, because I don't want to spoil it. The town, these two little towns that are there, I came over the hill and I saw them, and it was like, okay, fuck, that's seriously... I actually stopped and screenshotted it, and I was like, this is impressive. So, you know, if you want to sit in a cave and just kill one boss to get XP, that's fine. You go for it. You're missing out. And they're going to ban you for it. So, hopefully that will decrease. I mean, it will do, because they'll fix these exploits. And they'll fix these glitches. And, to be fair, if you want to, as I say, if you want to sit in a cave, killing one boss, and that's what you get out of an MMO, have fun. Okay. And the next one, because that's another rant subject, I'm not going to go there. Worlds and Overflow. They're increasing the world capacities as necessary, because there's more and more players coming, which is fantastic news. And then the usual about, you know, just the capacity of the servers. And as I said before, you can right click and join players, you know, that are in a different overflow to you. Which is why they're putting this feature in that you can stay in the overflow without having to travel. So you can stay there and friends can join on you. So that's fantastic. The next software update is going to be midnight, but that's midnight Seattle time. So check whether you're plus, minus, you know, in the world where you are. But they're going to be down probably for about 20 to 60 minutes. So, you know, it's not that long. We should be alright. I'm going to say that, and then as soon as it goes down, I'll be raging, because I'll be, I don't know, just about to hit 80 or something, and I'll be absolutely raging about it. But, you know, if it gets these issues sorted, fair play to them. But, oh, dear, that was a long one, guys. I apologise. That's me out. Have a good one, guys, and I'm going to be putting up probably tonight. We did a full Ascon Catacombs run as Titans, so I'm going to be putting that up and kind of giving my feedback on the instance and a little guide to where I think, you know, might help you out here and there. So that's me done, guys. Have a good one, and remember, if you liked, like; if you dislike, put a dislike. It helps me out one way or the other, and preferably leave a comment, guys, because that's, you know, far easier than, I don't know, walking down the road and a load of people give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and then just one person coming up to me and saying, you know, your flies are hanging down and your bits are hanging out. You might want to do that up. A comment helps a lot more than just people give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But, you know, it's your time, guys. You spend how you want. Have a good one. This is Grim, signing off.